Hey soulmate, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of seeing my channel, thank you for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be learning how to make this princess dart bustier jacket blouse that has front overlap. So if you're interested in this one, please join me while we get started. So on my pattern paper, I measured 4 inches from the side and I drew a straight line like that. Then at the top, I drew a line which I'm going to be used for the starting line. It's also going to be my shoulder line. So I went ahead from that line to measure my bust measurement, which is 9.5, on the bust 13 inches, waist 16 inches, and then to the hip 24 inches. So after doing this, I just measured it again at the other side and I'm going to connect it with a straight line. Okay, so after connecting them, I'm going to go ahead and label them. The bust point, the under bust, the waist, and then the hip. Okay, so after labeling them, I'm going to come to the shoulder line, that is the starting line, and measure my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Mine is 14, divided by 2 is 7, so I measured 7 inches and I came down by 1 inch. Then from that 1 inch, I measured 7 inches, which is my armhole depth. So to get this, you have to do your bust measurement, that is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5. Okay, so after that, I drew a straight line at that point. That became my chest line. So I connected the armhole depth from the 1 inch I came down from the shoulder line. So then I marked my neck width of 4 inches and I connected it to that 1 inch I came down from the shoulder line for the shoulder slope. Then after that, I'm going to take my bust measurement divided by 4 and mark it on my chest line. I'm using 33 inches divided by 4. I marked it there. Then I came from the armhole depth. I took the center point and I came in by 0.5. So I'm going to take my armhole curve and then connect these points together. That is the bust measurement I marked on the chest line, the 0.5 I came in, and then to the shoulder slope. So I connected this and it became my armhole curve. So then I'm going to take my bust span, which is my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. Mine is 7 and I'm marking 3.5 on the bust area, on the bust, waist, and hip. Then I'm going to connect these points with a straight line from the bust point to the hip line. Okay, so after that, I'm going to come to the under bust area and I'm going to mark half an inch on the side, that is the center front, and 1 inch from the side of the front, that is the side front. Okay, please note that whatever measurement I'm taking, I'm starting it from the line I drew after marking that 4 inches on the overlap area. Okay, so I also took the same measurement on the hip area, half an inch on the center front and 1 inch from the side. So if you're on a plus size, if you're a plus size, you can actually work with 2 inches, whereby you mark half an inch and then 1.5 inch on the other side. Okay, so after drawing a straight line to meet the hip line, I just went ahead to connect it with a curve, just like I'm doing right now. So this is me trying to get our princess dart bustier. So I'm going to come to the armhole area and take the full measurement of the armhole curve, then dividing it by 2. After dividing it by 2, just like I'm doing right now, I'm going to mark the point where I have the center. Then from that point, I'm going to take my curve ruler and connect it to meet the nipple to nipple point I marked on the bust area. Remember, please also note that from the bust area, I came down by 0.75 before connecting the curves from the underbust. This is because I was trying to avoid sharp edges. So from the armhole area, I'm going to take half an inch on both sides from that line I drew earlier, and I'm going to connect it to meet the lines like this. So this is half an inch on both sides that I'm connecting together to meet each other like this. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and smoothen it out. Now I'm going to take that 1 inch I have there for that dart, and I'm going to extend it from the lower part like this. This is me extending it by 1 inch. So I'm going to use this to create a new armhole that I'll be using. So you can watch me while I do this. This becomes our new armhole. So we're not going to be working with the previous armhole. We're going to be working with this new one now. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and input my body measurement. Bust measurement divided by 4. I marked it and added 1 inch for seam allowance. Same thing I did from the under bust. Then I took the dart allowance of 1.5, added it and add 1 inch for seam allowance. So my bust measurement, I'm working with 33 inches. The under bust, I'm working with 28 inches. For the waist, I'm working with 25 inches, and then for the hip, I'm working with 36 inches. So you can use your measurement, divide it by 4, add the dart allowance and the 1 inch for seam allowance, or 1.5 depending on what you are using. So after that, I'm just going to go ahead and connect them together like this. Okay, so after connecting them together, now I'm just going to take the bust dart. So the bust dart is the difference between the shoulder to waist in the front and the shoulder to waist at the back. So my shoulder to waist in front is 16 inches and shoulder to waist at the back is 14.5. That is giving me 1.5. So I marked 1.5 below the bust line and connected it to meet the nipples and nipple line I marked earlier. So I'm just indicating it like this to show that this is the part we are going to be taking off. That is the dart. Okay, so now we're going to be connecting the neckline and the overlap that we have at that side. So from the waistline, I came in by 3 inches. Okay, I came in by 3 inches because from that design, the neck was connected to reach the waist area. So from the waist area, I'm going to ensure that my shoulder, my neck width is 4 inches. Okay, so from that 4 inches I marked, I'm connecting it to meet that 3 inches point I marked towards the waist area. Okay, so at that point I'm just going to draw a straight line to connect them like this. Okay, so after that, you're going to be connecting it towards the hem area. So from the waist side, from the waist at the side, I came down by 2 inches, and from the that area towards the center front, I came down by 6 inches. Okay, so I'm going to be connecting these points together. So I connected the point where I marked 3 inches from the waistline to meet the 6 inches towards the dart area. Then I'm indicating where the buttons are going to be. So after that, for me to connect to the other side of the waist, I'm going to have to close my dart so that the lines can actually align properly. So when I close the dart properly, I'm going to connect that point to meet the 2 inches I came down from the waist, just like this. So I'm using a slight curve at that area. So as you can see now, we have connected them together. So this becomes the front part for the overlap. So when you are going to be cutting this, you are going to be cutting two pieces of this, which is going to be for one side and the other side. Okay, so now we're going to work on the back pattern. So I'm also going to repeat the same process I did for the front pattern. I marked the starting line, and then I came down to mark my bust measurement, my chest line, my waistline. So for the waist, I'm using 14.5. Okay, for the back, the front was 16 inches. So I'm also going to repeat that and mark it. Then I'm going to use a straight line to connect them together. So for the back, I'm not going to be needing any overlap, and there's not going to be any zipper at the back. Okay, so just watch how we are going to do it. And it's also going to be a dartless back. Okay, it's going to be a dartless back. So after doing that, I went ahead to label chest line, bust point, and then the waistline. So the waist is 14.5. I came down from there and marked 8 inches because from my front I have 8 inches from my waist to the hip. Okay, I'm just going to put that 8 inches from the waist to the hip. Then I'm going to mark that point, and then I'm going to connect it with a straight line. That will become my hip measurement, and I'm going to go ahead and label it after connecting it with a straight line. Okay, so if you're wondering why the shoulder to waist for the front and back is different, this is because for the front, there we have a bust on the front, and because of that, it makes the length to be longer. But for the back, there is no bust at the back. That's why it's not longer at the back. So the measurement for the front and back is not the same. Okay, so take note of that. So now we are going to be fixing the armhole using the same method we use for the front, whereby we came down from the shoulder measurement, which we have divided by 2 by 1 inch, and connecting it to the chest line with the armhole depth, which we got by the bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. So I also measured 4 inches for the neck width and connected it to get the shoulder slope. Okay, then for the back depth, we came down by 1.5 inches, and because the back is just going to be a normal back basic bodies for the back, normal one, so we're just going to come down by 1.5 inches from there and connect it. Then we also got the armhole the same way. We divided bust measurement divided by 4, putting it on the chest line, and from the midpoint of the armhole depth came in by 0.5, and now we're going to connect the armhole curve together like this. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and measure from the waistline. I'm going to come in by 0.5, 0.75 rather. I'm using 0.75 for this. So from that 0.75, I'm going to connect it to meet the neckline at the top, just like this. I'm going to take that line up slantly like this, and then I'm also connecting it down to the hip line like this. Okay, this is because the back is not straight. Okay, the back is not straight. That's why we are going to do this, to give it that shape. So now, after doing this, I'm going to take my body measurements. Just going to go ahead and take my body measurements, and make sure that you start from the line where you have connected. After that 0.75, you've connected that line, start your measurement from that new line. Okay, so I'm going to use my bust measurement divided by 4, adding 1 inch allowance for the chest line. And then for the waist, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4, adding 1 inch allowance. Same thing for the hip measurement divided by 4, adding 1 inch allowance. So after doing this, I'm going to connect this with a curve. Like, I'm going to connect this with the ruler, rather. Just going to go ahead and connect them together. Okay, so after connecting them together, I'm just gonna come to the waist area. That's the waist at the side. Gonna come down by 2 inches. Then from the center back, I'm gonna come down by 4 inches. Okay, I'm gonna come down by 4 inches. Then I'm going to go ahead and connect it together. You can actually come down by 5 inches or 4.5, whichever way you want it. Okay, so after that, I am actually done with the drafting of this pattern, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out. So at this point, if you find this tutorial very helpful, please ensure to give us a thumbs up, share, and leave a comment in the comment section, especially if you have a question to ask. Okay, please also subscribe to our channel so you can always get new videos when we upload them. Okay, so I'll advise that you carefully follow me while I cut this pattern out, so you ensure you cut them well, especially for the front pattern. So also take note that when you are going to be cutting this on your fabric, you are meant to cut them in 2 pieces. Okay, because this paper was not on fold, but when you are cutting on your fabric, you place your fabric on fold, so that you are cutting for the two sides, for the right and the left side of the clothes. Okay, so just carefully watch how I cut it and follow the same process. So after this part, you're going to close your bust dart before cutting it out. So once you close your bust dart, you tape it down to secure it well. Then if you notice that the bust area is no longer aligning, you're just going to use your ruler to align it to the under bust line, and after doing that, you go ahead and cut it out. So you also cut the other part, and then when you're done doing that, just go ahead and label it center front, side front, and then for the back as well, you go ahead and label it, so that when you're cutting it and you're trying to work on it, you'll be able to identify it. Okay guys, at this point we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope that this was very helpful. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.